Are you ready?
I am Brother Dan, and welcome to the Leafcast. This is the first time reader show based on the epic fantasy series The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. My name is Ryan, and joining me as always is my brother Dan.
Word to your mom.
You're looking great, Brother Dan.
Well, it's our Christmas episode, Ryan.
Are you gonna get a new dress someday?
Why would I?
I'm gonna send you one for Christmas.
Okay.
Why would you? Are you a yellow? I thought you were green.
I'm Belle.
Seeing how many hands are up your butt, you gotta be green.
Maybe I should. When you put it that way, maybe I should have a new dress, Ryan.
Ladies and gentlemen and humans on all the spectrums, this is the Leafcast, and we are brought to you by the Way of Leaf. We are discussing the chapters 35 to 38 of The Gathering Storm, and this is episode 184. Brother Dan, am I blurring out? I am. Look at this. Ah!
Yeah. No, you need something crisp like me.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying a new camera, and it's clearly not working, but we're gonna have to work with it. Everyone, thank you for joining us. This is gonna be a great episode. That dress is green. Natron's Barrow. Can't wait to hear.
Yeah. Let's thank you so much, Matt Stagger.
This donation is green. Brother Dan, you gotta. All right. Well, we gotta give him a wrap.
All right, Ryan, you do it this time.
I will. Let me get it. All right. Where is? Okay, here we go. All right. Yeah. Let me tell you about Matt. He's the best in the West. You know he's the rest. He's better. Put to the test. He's going through shit, but he's always supporting us. Let's give him a hand. He's in the red band.
Dress is green, your face is mean. I don't think you're a beauty queen. In fact, you're kind of fat, not lean. You're kind of plump. It's a bit obscene.
Are you talking Varen or Matt?
Varen.
Yeah. Brandon Sanderson does Varen mean in this one.
She's so damn plump. She's got a rump. When imagine the size of her dump when she poos in the toilet. I don't know how to rhyme your moilet.
Oh my God! All right, hey, all right, let's bring him in.
All right.
This
Thank
the
you,
worst
Stagger.
intro. Thank you, and I hate you. All right, this is the worst. Yeah, this is the worst intro ever. Let's bring in our special guest.
Ryan, I should have said, does she use so much toilet paper? And does she clump it up or let it taper when she wipes her beautiful butt?
Nice.
Hello, everybody. I'm back to keep the puppets in line.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that.
On dancer.
God, I can't imagine the stress you're carrying if you think that that's your job. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Like listening to the episode back and not being on it, I was like, but they didn't talk about this or they didn't talk about that, but it's okay. Yeah. It is. It's okay because this is improv and we're just doing the best we can. We're in the moment. You
know, and that's the thing. If we did an entire show about last week's chapters, it would be an entirely different show.
It would be.
You know.
Yeah.
All right, Kay Slice is going to join us very shortly. She is just doing mommy duties. And we have our resident artist Joe from Twacast joining us also. When he's ready, he will jump in. This is going to be...
before we start, Ryan, let's just say... Oh, hello, Kay.
Hey, Kay.
I'm
Sadai.
I'm glad you're here. I wanted to just give a quick
Sorry,
thing.
I look like a clown.
No, you look great.
What?
You look
I was
great.
just going to give a quick thing saying a little Christmas time message. Just thanks, everyone. Winter's tough. Winter sucks. But we are here always, except for the next 2 weeks. So this is our Christmas and our New Year's episode.
Mostly all the time, not in the near future, but definitely after that, probably, and for sure. So.
The calendar is not our friend. Next 2 Tuesdays are Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, and it just doesn't make sense to do a show on either of those 2 joyous occasions. I don't know.
Yes.
I mean,
hey,
yeah.
Joy to the world.
So, and we leave on a
Lord
cliffhanger here, a major cliffhanger.
The Lord has come. Drink. Okay.
The Lord has come. Hi, Shar.
So I just want to say I love you all, truly. I thank you. It's so amazing to have you guys really show up each and every week and just kind of hang out with us. So, yeah, everyone here, everyone in chat, everyone. You guys are all my friends, and I'm glad to have you.
Yeah,
Honestly, same.
Thank you. Yeah. Seasonal affective disorder is real. Holiday malaise is real. If you're suffering from it, I hope we give you some respite because it's for reals.
Yeah, it's for realsy pies. So
and I recommend
Discord so we can cheer you up.
Yeah. Discord. Yeah. If you want to see some sausage being made, join Discord, and then we'll be hanging out afterwards.
I love that sausage.
All right.
I'll be there.
All right.
All right. Well, we missed you, Carrie, for sure.
Yeah, Carrie.
We missed you, Case and I last week. Josh held down the fort. We were proud of him.
And Mistress Dovey joined. I saw a glimpse of her while my mother was visiting.
Screaming when I was listening to that, and Dovey showed up. I was like, "Oh my god, it's Dovey!"
You're right. That was again totally impromptu. We were like sausage party. No, we need a Dovey.
That's why this show is amazing, because you guys you know how to improv.
We're amazing. Yeah, that's what we do.
We're amazing. And one of the reasons, anyways.
Wait a second. MR Howley, come on.
What?
What the fuck is that? Dan is the best. Whatever.
Okay, I have to plug in my
Ryan. Should we do that poll?
No, we've done that. We've been there before. My God.
I tried to vote. Right. I voted for Dan. I don't know.
Jesus.
Obviously, I didn't.
Everyone on Discord can see.
Look at my sweats and my docks. You guys, my outfit is epic right now. I'm sorry.
You're wearing a dress and sweats and docks?
And sweats.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I thought we were getting a show. Okay.
with low socks, which is a new look.
All right.
Join the party if you shall.
All the foot fetish people out there, like, yeah, there you go.
That's not going to suffice for them. Anyways.
All right, Brother Dan, they're saying we cannot dance the pole.
Whoa.
We need to prove them wrong.
Dude, I could do a couple polls. Ryan, we have 2 poles like right attached to us.
Yeah. Yeah, you go.
I could do so much on a pole.
I was just
it's
swirling
like you
around
practice off camera, Dan, or something, because you're really good at that kind of stuff.
All right, let's see.
There is that meme of
what are you doing?
pole dancing. It's really good.
He's holding his whole self up. Oh. Ooh.
Amazing.
Well,
Well
it kind of
done.
takes away the glamour when you show your wristwatch, Dan.
Yeah. What's your heartbeat rate?
We kind of lose them.
That's the only reason I have it, Ryan.
All right. Actually, you're being called out. Yeah. Kay is obviously wearing pants. Carrie, are you?
Sorry.
We may need proof that you're wearing pants.
I'm taking them off now, though. It's rather warm in my studio.
You're taking the pants off. Everyone go to Discord. Pants are coming off in Discord.
The one day I actually wear something different. No.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm in my PJs right now.
Yes. Yes. All right. Well, we got 4
So,
chapters to
dude,
get
but
through.
PJs to me that never includes pants. So
Right. Oh, just a tiny tea in a
You don't live
panties.
somewhere cold, though.
just a little teeny patty.
Ah.
2 teas.
Okay, where were
Brother
we?
Dan does not wear clothes when he sleeps, and I know this for a fact.
Oh, Ryan, it's so liberating. I can't imagine wearing clothes while I sleep.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh. Ugh. But yeah, and you never change your sheets.
Never. Oh no, my sheets.
Oh,
I've had them
Oh,
since I was a
nice.
babe.
Oh,
It's like a
no.
shroud of Brother Dan.
we got another layer of Dan.
Just a sweat puppet mark embedded.
The
Like
cummerbund.
Christ.
Oh,
Mark.
I took
Let's
it out.
guys, so we do have 4 chapters to go through. We've been doing on a steady 4-chapter pace, and I think it's been pretty good. We're doing between 60 and 70 pages on average. And I like this pace. I think it's a good discussion pace, and we do leave out some things, but I think we're able to dig into
The main
meat of
beats. The
chapter.
main beats. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
even
yeah.
the sub-main, the sublims.
I mean, yeah, like Michael Jackson's "Beat It" album, or right, like or whatever.
Good
like
boy.
there are highlights, and then there's some really bad songs.
Highlights
We all
and
know
lowlights.
we all know the highlights. We never remember the bad songs.
The girl is mine.
Bad song.
That's
Gosh
fine.
darn girl is mine.
Dan, do you sleep with your eyes open? Dan sleeps with one eye
Probably
open.
Dan.
I have a friend who sleeps with his eyes open.
It's creepy
So we all.
It is disarming.
because you're talking
Because
to him.
like we'd be like watching TV. I hung out at his house, like he was my high school friend, and then he would be watching. Like I'd be talking to him and stuff. He'd be like looking at the TV, and then I'd hear. I'm like, oh, you
Oh,
baker.
Yeah, but then that's really the moment. Oh shit! That's when the time like Dan's like confessing like dark secrets and trying to like
Well,
really
yeah,
bond
yeah.
with yeah, and Dan's just like nope.
he's like, I've always really loved the way that your calves are shaped. And I was never really able to tell you this before, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like a well-turned.
Yeah. He's like,
What do
hey,
you
yeah,
say?
yeah,
What do you
have
say
you-
about that, buddy?
have-
I'm sorry. I
yeah.
don't mean to make it weird. And then he's just like,
he spends 1 hour talking about the Wheel of
starts
Time and his
snoring
friends
with
sleeping.
his eyes open.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. That's terrifying. I'm sorry, Dan. That's terrifying.
Yeah, no, it's a
It's
thing.
creepy.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yes,
I'm sure
but
it
he
is.
has good points too.
You know what the thing is? What else is the thing? Chapter 35.
Chapter 35.
What? Wait, we started with 35 this week? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Get on the ball.
We're
Oh,
all
I
on
thought
the
I
same.
thought I was one before, so I'm extra
You're
educated.
extra prepared. Yeah.
That's all.
Extra prepared.
I think I have a hair on my camera.
But this is chapter 35. It's called A Halo of Blackness. It has a Shanshin helmet.
Yeah, the Shanshin helmet. That's what I was wondering too.
I think that's what you had said before.
Bug helmet. Mm-hmm. I think so too.
I don't know if it really looks like bug to me, but I'll give it to you.
Insectoid.
To me, if anything, it looks like a frog. I don't know.
What's
Guys,
happening?
We're
I'm
looking at
working on it.
icon.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was cool.
Is it kind of like a frog?
Back it up. So it gets in focus. Back. There it is.
Back it up.
Nice.
Back it in.
Is this one of those
Let me
tests
begin.
Look
This
at
is what
it.
my friend looks like when
Ew,
he
yeah.
sleeps.
His eyes open.
right.
Ryan, you got that.
Battle me, that's a sin.
It is Rand. Rand is just got to Falm. I don't know if this is one, but Tai Shar, quote, soft, feather-like.
Well,
Ooh.
Soft.
it sounds like an anti-tie shard of me, Dan. But
Yeah.
Oh.
Kay likes it
Sorry.
rough. All right, hey, let's before we begin and do all the tie shards, Joe doesn't want to miss these. Let's bring him in.
Okay.
yay, Judge.
I saw Joe take a sip, so I think he agreed with that, Tyshar. We're gonna ask him. Soft.
When is Joe not drinking? That's the question. Oh, he's festive. This is gonna be a great show. Festive Joe.
It's gonna be the best of festive.
Yes.
Hey,
Joe.
hey, boys.
Festivus for the
Hello,
rest
Joe.
of us.
The Festivus for the rest of us.
Is that eggnog?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Is soft
Yeah.
feather-like a Tyshar moment for you, Joe?
Soft.
Depends on the description of what you're describing.
No,
But yeah,
no.
that's nice.
Close your eyes. Soft feather-like.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You
that
have the antler cups from Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. Come on. You can't drink eggnog and have a normal cup.
You shouldn't, anyways. You shouldn't.
It's pretty
This
great.
is epic. I love it. The nose is all
It's so
full
awesome.
of creamy nog.
The nose is full of creamy.
Nog.
Nog.
Yeah, there you go.
Nog. Yeah. Let's go with that.
I went with
Here's
nog.
the for sure one, guys. You cannot. Well, I'll listen to your arguments, but I won't agree.
This is the way.
Quote: "They'd come after him."
You got me.
Got it.
Oh,
How about
isn't
you
that so
people? Hey,
typical?
it's a Tyshar even for people on Discord.
We're watching you.
Mm.
Come after him.
So Ryan's in foam, and he's reminiscing. He's like, "Oh,
Yes.
last time I was here, I changed the goddamn world. Remember that? Remember I was in the sky? That was great." He has his entourage with him, consisting of Nynaeve. Let's see, there's a few other people. 3 wise ones, Corel, Narishma, and Flynn, the Ashaman. It's a small little, I guess, gathering, but they're on their way.
Coterie.
Tyshar Min hadn't come with him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that for her.
Yeah.
Unusual, but
Mm.
Still
I
not.
mean, he is the Dragon Reborn. You'd think he would be able to control that shit. But he's not himself. He's got dark eyes.
yeah,
They have a discussion about. He talks to Nynaeve. He's like, "Hey, you know what? I actually killed a man here. The first time I ever killed a man was here. He was a blade master. Killed
Yeah,
him with my own sword."
Rand's opening up.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Interesting.
like, she's like, well, then you have a right to carry a heron mark blade. And he's like, nope, there were no witnesses. Without witnesses, she's like, well, that's stupid. And he's like, he says,
Yeah.
quote, why carry the heron mark if not to be seen by others, Nynaeve?
Yeah, this is before CTV cameras.
Right. Right. Right.
There's no one tracking him. It's me, I swear. Look.
yeah.
They're going right into the heart of, Tuon's right there, and they have hundreds of these Soldam and Damane lined up along the road. He's just riding his horse, all badass. It says here that, quote, the previous day he had woken at midday, huddled in the corner of his rooms, crying and whispering to himself about Ilyena. He could feel the soft texture of her long golden hair in his hands, and could remember holding her close. He could remember seeing her dead at his feet, slain by the One Power. Nynaeve says, are you all right? And he says, we are fine.
Didn't realize he used the plural until after he said it too.
Mm-hmm. All right, brother Dan, we got a chat drink.
Ran
reach
down. Touch him.
Nice.
That works. That
Love
works.
it.
Everyone.
Love it.
Everyone.
Yes.
Love it. Love it. Oh my gosh, I have such a little crispin nugget on my lap. Yeah, darling.
He starts whispering, I'm not going to be captured again. I'm not going to be in that box. Nynaeve's like, you know what? Maybe this field trip wasn't the best idea right now.
Yeah.
Let's go. And he's like, nope, we're doing this shit
we're doing
now, baby. She's like, all right. He sees, looks up, and he's all, the daughter of the Nine Moon? This little runt? This kid?
Yeah.
And then it jumps to Tuon. Anything about Rand's point of view, guys?
I mean, Luce, Theron, and him are getting even more bound up and indistinct from one another. He even says, who was it? Does it really matter?
Right.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Is this change in Rand have anything? Is Luz causing some of this? Is he preventing some of it? What
Is Luz
Luz's
winning or
role?
losing?
Yeah.
I think
Is
this
this
is a
just-
lot.
What are you asking? I'm sorry. Who's winning? Like the consciousness battle, or like
No,
what?
it's
What win are we looking?
All right,
for?
let me
Yes.
translate.
Good
So Rand's changing. Everyone's noticing it. His eyes are all dark. He's not smiling. Is this Luz Theron, or is this just like his own responses?
Could be Luz Theron if Luz Theron also went to our great Lord's side, right, Josh? I mean, like, I don't know. But if he didn't, then I think this is more so like his own pull towards the dark side, and like this the dark side, is that Star Wars, or what side am I talking about?
Yeah.
Anyways, the dark one, Josh, you guys know.
Mm.
No, you don't know.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, what was I talking about?
Yeah.
The dark side.
No, it does feel like, yeah, he could be definitely like pulled by this force that's very taunting and unable to kind of escape. It feels very drug-like to me, in for lack of better reference, like this weird, like toxic pull that he can't control, like addiction of sorts. That, I guess addiction is more so what I'm trying to say.
Well, let me try to rephrase this question
That
in
power.
this. Let me try to rephrase it like this. If we say that as Rand is losing his humanity, his emotions, he's becoming this, he has to be this hard figure. And at the same time, he's losing his sense of self, even within his own head. Are those two related?
I mean, they're related, but they're not necessarily causally related.
Okay.
Right. Nice. Like it.
Okay.
I mean, this man has
Agreed.
had he's had a crazy, like a grief-stricken weirdo who, anytime he tries to get the power, he's like got to wrestle this guy down. Like, that's got to take a toll, right? What are you doing?
Carrie,
Dan?
what do you think? Is this all in Rand's head, or is this like,
Well, I mean, I'm thinking
is
about
it the insanity, or
there
is it Luth actually talking to him?
I mean, there was a couple chapters ago where he was talking about how there's different forces inside of him competing against each other now. So he has that connection to Moradin, but he also has the connection to Luz.
Good point. Yeah,
Are
yeah.
they all fighting against each other in there, or is one making it worse for the other? Like, I mean, I still feel that Luz is slowly taking over Rand's body in a way. Like they're like merging together. But
Or he's
I-
getting extra crazy.
yeah, I mean, it's. I don't really
And
know
this
what
is
to say
taking
about
hold.
this.
All right. One more question about this: is this due to him having access to the one power?
True power?
Yeah,
True power?
since
I mean,
he
the
accessed
true
that
power.
true power,
Yeah.
everybody's been noticing that black cloud around him when they look at him sideways. I mean, something definitely
Yeah.
fishy is going on here.
Directly related, for sure.
Oh,
It's like
sick.
a
All right.
bad STD, just can't shake.
He does seem darker, for sure.
I don't know. It's like all the dark sides of life.
Right.
Sorry. But also, I'm super Forsaken, so I think it's going to be good stuff. to
Oh,
In
no,
a sense, it is like he's being tempted at his moment of weakness, right?
Yeah.
That's one way you could look at the true power being offered to him in that moment.
Welcome.
Tamps are out norm.
Tamps are out norm.
Anytime you're in the chat, we go, Norm!
It jumps to Tuon. Hard cut to Tuon. Tuon's up on sitting on a chair, waiting. There's a chair across from her, waiting for Rand. She's like, "Look at this kid. What the heck?" She ruminates, I guess, about how people who change the world generally are in their 20s. People who, at least who do conquest and shit, and it's not really false in our world either. Alexander Great was really young. There was a lot of these generals who you look at them and you're like, holy cow, they were like a lot of them. A lot of even like the revolutionary cats. And
Well, yeah, but historically, people didn't live very long, so they had to get shit done, Dan.
Well, John Adams, I think, was in his 20s.
Not wrong.
Yeah, there was a lot of the people doing that shit. So,
First of the 27.
she is ruminating.
Don't mind me. Sorry.
She's like, "Oh, look at, he walks so awesome. I had to learn how to walk like that. I wonder who trained him." They say he was a farmer. That's a fucking weird. That's a great story that they planted.
They planted.
Super funny story.
She says that she does not like unchained channelers at all. Methodamane, they're unnatural and dangerous. And then the men who could channel, they were abominations. Best
Where'd it
killed
go?
quickly.
Okay, let's fix that.
I think we do have
There
some
we go.
sort of confirmation to the question we had asked earlier, Josh. I think it was last week. We were talking about whether there were more male Adams.
Right.
It says here, quote, in Shanshin, there had been a very few who, in their lust for an unanticipated edge, had tried to train these, and I'd like you to pronounce this. How do you guys say this? But they were called black-souled tempests.
Sorov and a Dune.
Can we see the
Dune.
word?
What's
What's
in the
Yeah.
book?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Page
it's in
542.
Where does it go? Where does it go?
I don't know.
542?
Ryan. That's what I did.
yeah, 542.
Black Souled Tempest.
The one right before it. It says
Oh.
Oh.
Source Ande.
Gosh, it looks like Russian or something.
Right, it does. Sort of Ande
Sorov and a Dune.
So
that's what I
if I'm reading that
It's a
right,
silent T.
Sorov and a Dune.
if I'm reading that correctly, then that means that is the name given to men who can channel.
I agree. Yeah.
And there have been people who have tried to use them as a Soldam Damane relationship, and it turned out poorly. Which means that there are other callers then, right?
Yep.
You would
And
think.
controlling them is not as simple maybe as it seems.
Yeah. It says the fools had fallen quickly, often destroyed by the very tools that they sought to control. She makes a good analogy about the Dragon Reborn. She's like, tells her guards, hey, keep cool. Well, she has Lucia do it, but and that lowers their eyes. But she says, quote, Dragon Reborn was a bonfire inexplicably lit inside a house. You could not prevent it from damaging the room. You could just hope to save the building.
I love that.
We also learned that the reason she had not named herself as Empress yet is because she had to meet with the Dragon Reborn. And if she met as the Empress, then there obviously had to be a power dynamic. She couldn't even Dragon Reborn can't even look at the Empress. But he can look at Tuon, who's only a daughter of the Nine Moons. So that's why she's been kind of holding her horses so that she could save face and he could save face. So this would be there were too many barriers right from the get-go, I guess, if just
Right.
dealing with the Empress. Althor comes in. He looks badass. He's like, we will make peace.
So one thing I want to mention before we get too far away from it is how Tuon thinks of herself and her voice as one.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
She said Tuon didn't turn towards them, though she made a covert gesture to Seleucia. You were to maintain your calm, the voice said softly to the men. They would do so. They were Death Watch guards. Tuon hated to make the comment, as it would lower their eyes. It's just interesting how they conceive of themselves.
Yeah, that is interesting. And I guess she gave a tiny little hand wiggle. So
Yeah,
just
just
like cool your jets.
ASL.
That's basically Maiden Hand Talk or American Sign Language.
Yeah.
That's what I think of. And every time Maiden Hand Talk comes up, I think of Layla now because of Dan. And that one time that Dan was over at our house and Layla was like, our daughter she's nonverbal, so she does a lot of like hand gestures, and it was very sweet. Anyways, I always think of Maiden Hand Talk.
She's saying Maiden Hand Talk.
She's doing that, yeah.
Yeah.
She's doing these weird little things, and it's so sweet. Anyways, Dan, I love you.
Ah, I love you too.
Just saying.
All these
I
little
know,
superpowers.
super
that she
not.
has. Yeah.
Village Mattress is in the house.
Oh my gosh. BM.
We got so many people here. This is great. This is our last show of the year, people. So we're enjoying it. Let's go.
Spread the word.
Yeah, next DL, folks. Oh my god.
Are we going to talk about can we talk about the prophecies on the bottom of 543?
Yes. Yeah. So we're getting there. He says, we need peace. She's like, well, let's talk about your offer. He's like, it's not an offer, it's a necessity. And she's like, well, she starts thinking about the prophecies, and she thinks of two right here. Do you have them right there? Go ahead and Carrie.
Oh, read the chapter or read the paragraph?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the last battle would be between the Empire and the forces of the Dark One. Everybody knew that. The prophecies clearly showed that the Empress would defeat those who served the Shadow, and then she would send the Dragon Reborn into duel with Light Eater. How much had he fulfilled? He didn't seem blinded yet, so that had yet to happen. And the Essenic cycle said that he would stand on his own grave and weep. Or did that prophecy refer to the dead walking, as they did already? I was like, whoa, like, what is she talking about?
Really cool, yeah.
Is Rand
awesome.
going to go blind?
Yeah. What's up? Is Rand going blind?
I mean, he's lost a hand.
I know, like, what else can the poor guy lose?
Right?
Carrie, yes or no? Is Rand going blind before the end of this?
Oh God, you're putting me on the spot here. I don't know. I mean, if it's prophecy, it has to happen, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Josh?
I'm gonna guess yes. Going blind. Poor guy.
Okay.
Poor guy indeed, man.
I love how Rand guesses that Seleucia is her bodyguard as well as her voice.
Right.
Correctly
like,
assessed, I should say, not guesses. But correctly
just
assessed.
my truth sayer. He's like, yeah, okay, just tell her not to move. No quick motions from that one there. Yeah. And we also hear that the prophecies are a bit opaque in Shanshan as well. It says that the writings were unclear sometimes. She's like, the last battle's coming. He's like, bro, it's like here. It's like so close.
We're there, babe.
Like, she's like, well, you know what? Look at it from my point of view. We came here. We left. We did our thing. We knew the last battle's coming. We came here. We're the Forerunners. And you guys sucked. None of you Oathbreakers were... You guys were all just squabbling. We had to just try to create order and prepare. Get an army going. He's like, yeah, that's a good point. But I already did that. Forged it together. Weak-ass solder, but it's forged together. Follow me. You guys are a distraction. She said, pretty much said, I'm not going to let you chain any of the channelers. She's like, well, you got it. He's like, that's not a point I can concede. She throws out Matt. He's like, what, you know Matt? She's like, yeah, he's kind of a insolent
You know that guy?
douchebag, right? Yeah, he's kind of a dickhead. And Nynaeve and Rand are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't even know him.
I love this. I love this. I hope my friends
yes,
talk about
she
me like
does.
this. For reals, if someone badmouths me, I hope like everyone on this screen is just like, yo, whoa, 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 whoa. But you won't.
I mean, have you seen his more handsome brother?
I would have loved if Nynaeve had said, well, yeah, sure, he gambles and drinks and has horrible taste in women.
He likes them plump. Do you think he was into Varen when they were like in the room together? Because she's so plump?
Matt?
Anyways, yeah. No, Dan and I were joking that Sanderson does Varen wrong because he keeps calling her like plump and chubby. I think he calls her chubby at one point, which is like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
She's trying her best, Brandon. Jesus.
She's working on it.
I know. What are you looking at? You look at my stomach? I'm working on it.
I do love their correct perception of Matt's conscience, making him do things that he doesn't want to do.
Uh-huh.
A good person kind of by accident, almost.
Right. And she's like, what? He kidnapped us. And they're like, well, he probably had a good reason. He probably deserved it. I still trust Matt.
Yeah.
But Rand's like, you know what? Fuck you and fuck Matt. None of this matters. I need you now. This is not request. They are my will. Quote, Tuon found herself longing suddenly to obey him, to please him.
Yeah, this is me in the bedroom.
Is this compulsion? Is this the true power?
It says she felt as if she couldn't help but bend before the will of this man. It goes on to say that
that is Ryan in the bedroom.
Oh, thanks, Kay.
She thought she saw something around him, a dark haze, a halo of blackness emanating from him. It warped the air like a great heat. Her throat constricted and words were forming. Yes, I will do as you ask. Yes, I must.
I must increase my bust. The
But
tighter,
she
the
says
better.
no,
The tighter the
she
sweater, the boys depend on us. Yeah. Sorry. What?
Let me. There are a couple Taishars in this. I'll go through them and then let's talk about whether this is compulsion. Quote: "Came liquid in her."
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah. That's a fact. It's very scientific, Taishar.
Yeah.
But sure, yes. If you want to know where babies come from, don't watch this stream.
Came liquid in her. Quote:
Don't watch them?
"Came quick and short in the corner."
Well, right. I mean, you're
All right,
right,
yeah.
Joe. Got
That's
that.
also me in the bedroom.
No, that's me in
That's
the
me
bedroom.
in
I'm
the
like,
corner.
Call back.
All right. So, what is going on here? What is this Tavernus, or is this him
Tavernus.
like? So when him saying, "Hey, do you think I could stop your heart with will?"
Yeah.
Once he said, "It is my will," was he like try? I mean, so could he stop a heart? He couldn't change Tuon's mind. He couldn't stop a heart. No way.
You just asked and answered, Dan. I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess what? We will not speculate then, so no. I'm sorry, go ahead, Josh.
No, I mean the question whether this is Tavernus or something else is interesting because who is following the pattern? Tuon? Or is Tuon resisting the pattern in his Taveran pull? Or is he trying to manipulate her into doing something that shouldn't happen because the prophecies don't specify it? A lot of questions here.
Yeah.
And then my question is, because he did the same thing on that guy that general guy.
Right.
Was it how do you say his name?
Ildorade?
Brother.
Iltarad? Yeah.
So to me, it's like a similar situation, except my question is, how the hell is she able to fight it? Like she's acknowledging that it's happening, and she's able to fight it.
Wait, what? Who? Wait, what?
Tuon.
Oh.
So Tuon's like, I feel like I want to follow this guy. Like she's like she feels something changing inside of her, and she resists it, which is.
Are we talking about the
nobody's ever
hook
been
like
in-
a fish type of thing?
Yeah, that's a good metaphor. Yeah, like she felt like the hook was in her, and she's being pulled.
Well,
Yeah.
she was the one that stops and then like laughs, kind of like quizzically at Matt, and is like, huh, "I thought that was Varen."
No, whoa! What are you talking about, girl? We're talking
Sorry,
about Rand.
okay.
We're talking about Rand talking with Tuon, and Tuon felt like she needed to give in to him, and then she resists it and says no.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, yeah.
And
Never
this is
mind.
the only time where I felt like somebody's actually resisted Tavern this. You know?
Right?
Is it Tavernus or is it something else? Is this something with the dark force that's around him?
Right? Yeah.
That's a good question. Yeah, Josh.
Is he bending her to his will rather than to the pattern? And is that why she's able to resist?
Can I have a page number, please?
547.
Thank you so much.
These are all good questions, yeah. Because it's unclear. He's clearly like not himself, but kind of himself. And everyone's seeing this, and there's this like darkness that like comes out of him when he gets all pissed, and like she even sees it. So yeah, is that what she's resisting? Yeah, I love this question.
Because if she is going
Yeah.
with the pattern by making her decision the way she did, that makes more sense to me that he's using basically like compulsion on her. To push her into the position that he wants, and it doesn't work because she's so well trained. I mean, she's the Empress, right?
Yeah.
At this
What
point,
if-
she's about to die and become the Empress in the next paragraph or page.
What do you think, Carrie?
What if she's wearing some type of jewelry or something that blocks
Oh, good.
the
Yeah.
signal from him
gonna
if he's
say-
trying to do compulsion? Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I
Josh,
mean, she
where
obviously
have you
doesn't-
seen anyone resist compulsion? Like, where has that happened?
No, but what if she's
Yeah.
already under compulsion, like of some sort, and
Oh,
so
so
she
it's like overriding
has
it?
to resist?
That's
It's
interesting.
overriding the Tavernness or whatever,
Mm.
that like hooky fishy thing is
hooky
that
fishy
they
thing,
later
yeah.
talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently, Varen
And
and
we
Matt.
know
I know.
Matt wears the medallion, and that prevents Aes Sedai from attacking him, I guess.
Right,
with the
okay,
Power.
yeah. That's
So
good.
does she have something similar where she's able to, like, if he has a medallion that prevents female channelers, does she have a medallion that prevents male channelers?
I love it. Yeah.
And it gives her goosebumps when it happens.
Right. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it does
Sure.
seem like the black cloud means that what he's doing is evil in the nomenclature of the book, right? That like
Yeah, I love that you said that, Josh. I
No.
love you so
Yeah,
much. Mwah.
Yeah. That's Nomen Garden's twin sister nomenclature.
nomenclature.
Nice.
And she even calls him. She says she could not ally with this creature. That seething hatred, it terrified her, and terror was an emotion in which she was unfamiliar. This man could not be allowed freedom to do as he wished. He had to be contained.
Oliver's ears reminds us that Morghese resisted compulsion.
She did. That's true.
Yeah,
that
but
was one of my favorite
after
chapters.
like, god damn it, so many months. Did
Did she resist it, or did she like
That-
get far enough away from it where it didn't matter anymore?
That's where
Right,
it
he
felt
was
like
far away
that was
from
the
it.
difference. Yes, it was a distance thing that like finally became like, oh, I'm coming out of that
This
fog.
haze.
Yeah. Look at these
So, yeah.
drawings.
So,
This
yeah,
is
like,
incredible,
so-
Joe.
I love this. So you
Incredible.
ran trying to do a Jedi mind trick, and like Tuon was like that, like that one mechanic is like, those mind tricks don't work on me.
Mechanic and slave owner.
Mechanic. Yeah. What? fucking Star
What?
Wars were you watching? Mechanics?
Come on.
What Star Wars do you know?
Come
What
on.
are you
It was the
talking about?
fucking one
Me?
with the kid. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've got Baby
One where the kid was a
Yoda right
slave?
here, Joe.
Not a
I don't know how much
mechanic.
more
He was a
proof you
salesman. What?
need.
I'm sorry if I don't know the.
He's
Joe,
a
who was it?
salesman. You know.
What,
he
are you
was
talking
going door
about?
to door.
You're talking about a little blue alien named Watto, who owns
Fucking
slaves.
fuck. Whatever.
All
like
right already.
that guy.
Oh,
Yeah, damn
no.
that guy.
And it was super racist. Yeah, we all.
All right, I'm sorry. It was a junk dealer, not a mechanic. I'm sorry. There's a lot of
A
metal.
junk dealer who owned slaves, including the kid and his mom.
Yeah, is this episode 1 of Star
Super
Wars?
not a
Oh, is that what we're
mechanic,
talking
though.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
Phantom Menace. Yeah, my favorite movie. I just
his
can't remember the name of
slave
it.
kid was his mechanic.
Yeah, what's
I-
the kid?
God, I love that kid.
This
He's
is
such
so
a great
good.
actor. He's the best child actor I've ever seen. Wow,
What is happening?
Are you an
I
angel?
love you guys.
it's irony.
It's good.
Yeah, we lost Josh.
So this
Jack.
overwhelming force to say yes, 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 and no, she said the word Bailey a whisper. He's
Oh.
like, he like shakes his head and goes, "I need," and she's like, "No, you will bow before me at Randall Thor. It will not happen the other way around." He
Yeah.
says, "Very well."
Interesting.
Meant of a real relationship, though. Who is gonna bend their knee first?
He spun, stalking out. Tuon watched him go, panting.
All right, brother Dan.
Yeah.
When Village Mattress asked for a Bella, we
Yeah.
have to give him.
Yeah,
Let's give him the.
Oh, Ryan,
Village
he's saying, "Give me a B."
mattress.
Give me a
Give me
B.
an E.
Give me an
Oh my
Give me an
god!
L.
Am I spelling
Oh.
Bella?
Give me an A. Ryan, what's this?
I'm so happy. You're so funny.
Even Dark Brand wants a little bell on his side.
Even Dark Rand. Look at this. This is like a multi-dimensional Rand versus Lose. It feels like maybe you draw one half more loosey. Loosey
More
goosey.
loosey.
More loosey goosey.
I really want to do like I've had an idea in my brain for that for a long time.
Yeah? Oh, ooh. You're going to want to get on our Discord, people, because Joe has got some badass artwork coming your way.
Oh,
With
yeah.
merch.
There's a lot that happens right now. Rand leaves. He's pissed. He goes, "Very well." He takes off, just turns. She waits there panting. She can't even talk. Everyone is just rattled. They're standing there. The first thing she stands up. She's like, "I am the Empress." And people are like, "Woohoo!" Bowing. "Oh shit. That means a week of partying. That means everything. We're going to tear this town apart." She also says, "Hey, we're attacking the White Tower." Says, quote, "Tell him to prepare his attack against the Maratha Damane of Tarvalon. We must strike against Dragon Reborn, and quickly. This man cannot be allowed to gain any more strength than he already has." That's how it ends.
Solid.
Did not go
Solid
well
end.
for Matt. Rand was hoping that he was going out of here with a peace treaty. That did not, or at least a ceasefire. Neither of those happened.
And like, okay, I would love to. What do you guys think about Tuon and that whole dynamic and how she handled that? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, you got two big power dynamic coming together, hashing it out, and each one, they're very stubborn. And, you know, Rand is such a narcissist. He feels like the whole world has to bend to him, and it's his way or the highway. And
It's almost like he's the savior of all mankind.
it's just, Tuon is
No,
just
you're right.
badass. So it's like, you've got two people who are stubborn, how are they going to work together? Like, I don't know if I see that happening.
Mm.
And
Stubborn.
and if they attack Tarvalon, like, what will that do to Rand?
Mhm.
How? Like, she not only said no, she's like, all right, F it. We're going balls deep.
Oh, man.
She basically said we're going to piss them off by doing this, so let's just go ahead and do it. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess I need to see the outcome of the battle to understand. Where
We
this is
all
headed.
do. We all do, though, Carrie. We all need to see the outcome of the battle to fully understand, I think, this shit that's going on.
I mean, there's Dark
It's pretty
Brandon.
convoluted at this point,
Yeah.
to be honest, in my opinion. I feel like we're on the precipice of understanding so much more.
Uh,
I mean, it seemed, anyways, the end of the chapters was, we'll get there. It's fun.
No, we're there. The chapters ended. So
No, all
whatever
of
you
the
want to say
I mean,
about
the chapters,
The last bit.
all
Oh, I
of
see.
them, the last bit, like, it's on a good cliffhanger at the end of this chunk. So
Uh-huh.
it's good. It's good stuff.
holy shit! I love that Rand's yelling Bella. That's so amazing. That's so amazing. He's so serious right now. I just imagine everyone in chat when they type in Bella, that's their face, right? Bella!
Do it, or I will
Honestly,
end
I
the
almost forgot I
world.
did
So demanding.
I'm devoid of all feelings, and I
You
will
want to jump
end
to
you.
chapter 36?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we gamble into chapter 36 or frolic into it?
Sure.
Frolic.
We're always jumping.
Can
like
we finger our way into chapter 36?
Can we
We can
can we
figure out
skip can we skip to Maloo into chapter 36?
You can do whatever
Yep,
is
to Maloo.
you're feeling. You can do it. Right. It's
All right,
Christmas.
I'm doing the truffle shuffle into chapter 36.
Okay.
Can I start off chapter 36 with the drinking obligation, please, or a tie shard,
Yes,
please?
Mm-hmm. Worm
Okay,
on in
so-
there.
What?
No,
what?
do the worm. That's what I meant.
The worm.
Do the robot. Yeah, go. Yeah, jump up. All right, go.
It was completely impossible to sit on it in any way that was comfortable.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
So relatable.
Really good one.
Okay, before you get too far in this chapter, I just wanted to say when I saw the title of the chapter, I started to freak out. I'm like, no, 2-1 can't die. And then I was reading it, and I was like, oh, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
Chapter
Yeah, that-
36 is called The Death of Tuon. It has the classic Wheel of Time with the snake and wheel. And it is a map point of view.
Jesus.
Matt's
Look at
talking to
him.
Perrin.
So
I'm sorry,
amazing
Baron.
this time.
Pretty much trying to get Varen's story. Varen tells a kind of a weird story. She said she was on her way. Her journey began in Tyr. She was going to go on her way to Tarvalon, and then she, let's see, she kept on like getting
Waylaid.
sidetracked.
Yeah. Waylaid or like someone like
Obstacles.
was kneeling behind her and then they pushed her over.
She was like, all right, I'm going to travel right there. And she just has to learn the room. So she's like, all right, she gets a place at the inn. She has to get moved like 3 different times. Finally, like every time the pattern's telling her, no, you can't travel there. So she's like, all right, we'll hitch a wagon. Her and Tomas, they end up going the different way. And then they end up being right in front of Matt. She says she didn't know if it was Matt or Perrin. But that's how she got there, just by happenstance. The pattern tugging her through barrenness.
So Carrie, you mentioned in our text that you thought this was the proof that Varen was a dark friend, because she said I came here much against my own will, and you're like,
yeah.
I
mean, we already had evidence before this that she was a dark friend, but this kind of like sealed the deal, because we knew the Forsaken had sent a crew of dark friends to go find the boys after their last big meeting together to find Perrin and Matt.
Uh-huh.
And when she was the one that presented him with the drawings, like, hey, you don't need to go do your raid. I'm here now. I was the one that was passing out these photos, but I got this from a dark friend. I'm like, oh my god, like seriously, like to me, it's so obvious.
Is she being untruthful here?
Yeah, that's the
I'm
question.
wondering if is she under some type of compulsion, like some twisted compulsion. Like I don't fully understand what her deal is.
But if she was a dark friend, why would she be under compulsion if she's like part of their mission?
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good question. No, and it's like it's that question of like, yeah, like if the dark one was like, yeah, you got to go find Matt, and she's like, no, I want to be doing the you know, I got some other shit to do, but she's like, all right, fine, I'll find Matt. Then it was against her will, but she explains it very clearly, like, and also
That's
like,
so amazing.
you know, and if you weren't suspecting that she was a dark friend, like it all kind of makes sense. Like she's reading the pattern like Moraine did, like, which is kind of how she found Rand in the first place, like kind of like looking for these signs that are like very subtle, right? So I mean, it kind of works out. I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah. What do you think, Josh? Do you think that she is telling the truth? Oh,
Josh is not in the. We lost that boy.
All right.
Josh ran away.
Oh no, we lost Josh.
So she asks. Matt doesn't know a lot of things. Matt doesn't know that the taint has been cleansed.
Yep.
Matt asks about Rand. He's like, "Oh, you seen Rand? You just visited him?" He's like, "Yep." He's like, "Is he, you know?" Started doing the little, like cuckoo. She's like, "Mad?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm afraid so. But I think he may still have control of himself, however." Matt says it's a bloody one power, and she's like, "I'm not sure. I'm not convinced young Althor's problems are completely due to the power of Matrim. And he would like to blame his temperament on Sidene, but they..."
Dan, you said taint.
Taint.
You
Yes,
invoked,
Sorry.
Drink some more.
I love that Carrie's bringing out these.
Yeah, good catch.
Yeah, thank you,
Wait.
Carrie.
Yeah. She's true dark fan. We're corrupting her.
Yeah, Dan, you said taint is the best thing.
It is.
I think that's happened tonight, right?
It is. So let's see. But she just kind of schools them also that coincidence is how Tavernus works.
Uh-huh.
She's like, and if not, if you don't believe me, do you want to play some dice? He's like, nope.
Oh, bitch. Yeah,
Right?
that's her trump
was-
card, yeah.
That was so clever, though, because she's like, you know that it's true. You're just denying that it's true. And so, like, we could totally roll some dice on this.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
Do you have Tavernus or not? Yeah, I think that you do. So I know that you do. It's just kind of crazy. Like, also, this was interesting to me how she seemed to him that she was exaggerating her mannerisms to fit
Yes.
a brown Aja, which I was like, what? Whoa, okay. This bitch, she just has studied everything to its core and can mimic whatever she needs to at the time that she needs to do what she needs to do. And now, anyways, okay, well, I was going to say something about that happens right at the very end of our chapters, so I'll wait.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
But
there's
that's
a big
good point,
reveal
yeah.
for sure, yeah.
She is like it seems to be play acting at being aloof and dingy. And Matt's like, you sneaky plump.
And he studies her mannerisms
Chubby,
and like recognizes
overweight.
plump. Oh, you my god. This guy
Fat,
sounds awful.
Yeah. You really
It's
let
not
yourself
me!
you
It's
really
not-
let
I
yourself
know!
Matt's
It
like
was
you
so
really let yourself go,
awful.
Aaron.
She
Such
sits her
a
saddle like
weird
a
thing
sack of
to
suet.
focus on. Oh.
Yeah. Plump.
It's my favorite description in the entire books, I think.
So she's
Wait,
like,
it's-
"Hey, listen, I can travel you guys all the way to Andor. We can be in Camelin like tonight. You and your whole army, and all you have to do is just here's a letter. These are instructions. Don't open it for 10 days, and then read it and do exactly what I tell you." And Matt's like, "No dice. I ain't doing that. That sucks."
No dice.
No dice, Grandma.
Yeah. Nice.
He's like, I'll just walk. It's only 20 days. Shit, I like walking. She's like, well, okay, I'll tell you what. We'll take you there. You take the letter. But you have to wait in Camelin for 50 days. And he's like, all right, let's see. I got this Bellfounder stuff with I gotta do firework stuff. I gotta go save Moraine or at least like learn about. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
Lots to consider.
I give you 30 days. It's like 30 days. Done. Okay, 30 days. Go ahead. And she wants what set?
What?
Oh, I thought you had jumped in. She says, this paper I got. She says, I received this paper matrim from a dark friend. One of the Forsaken has commanded that the men in these pictures be killed. You are in great, great danger. I suggest you be very careful during the next few weeks. Go into hiding. Don't take chances. He's like, yeah, sounds good.
Wait, didn't she say like I got it from a dark friend who thought I was one of them?
What?
What?
Help me.
Extremely telling. She would never
They
say
told
something.
me thinking me
It
a
would say
servant to
something.
the shadow. Yeah.
Right? Read it. Joe, shut the fuck up. Dan,
Joe. Jesus.
Jesus, Joe, like I'm
God
so
damn
onto
it,
something.
Joe.
I'm onto something here, Joe. So what?
Joe, you
What?
can run your own show, Joe.
I received this paper matrim from a dark friend, she said, who told me,
Matrim?
thinking me a servant to the shadow, that one of the Forsaken had commanded that the men in these pictures be killed. You and Perrin are in grave danger.
All right, eat crow.
Oh no.
And he's like, Varen Darkfins have been trying to kill me since the day I left the Two Rivers. In fact, before I even left. She's like, nope, that was just for fun. Now the whole team is after you.
No, you're right, Ryan. It does say here, I received this paper matrim from a dark friend, she said, who told me, thinking me a servant of the shadow, that one of the Forsaken had commanded that the men in these pictures be killed.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Oh.
all leading up to the big reveal.
Yep.
And I know you first time readers were like, I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Well, we did.
I'll tell you what, when I first read this, I didn't know. I was like, what? Like, this blew my mind. But I'm not as smart as you guys. I'm a stupid puppet.
All right.
Wait,
Oh, we got
Oh,
26.
my
Hey, we got
goodness.
26 people
Wait.
watching. I think we can get this
oh,
number
the
up
front
to.
door. The dusty wheel is here.
Hello to the dusty wheel.
Wow.
Yes, exactly,
Oh my
Carrie.
God.
Hello. Good to see
Thank
ya,
you.
mate.
Don't be nice to Matt.
Yeah.
Never,
You guys-
ever taking it off the screen. Never, ever.
Come
Do
on.
we?
So
I
Matt
mean,
says,
no. Hey,
kidding.
Dusty Will's so big, it could just be his PR campaign, his PR team.
Honestly, I think it's not really him.
It could be like a
It's
guy in
really
Indonesia.
Yeah.
Unless it says
I like
Matt
that better,
Hatch
actually.
at home, I'm not believing shit.
Yeah, it could be on us.
so Matt Cawthon, he's like, all right, fine, 30 days, shake on it. And Varen's like, you're gonna want to open this after 10 days though. He's like, I don't think so. But so that's the deal. He can either open it in 10 days or he has to wait 30 days before he leaves Camelot. And then he can burn the instructions.
Yellows. Love yous.
Okay, that whole negotiation back and forth was very confusing. Like, just tell me what's on the freaking letter. Like, just tell me the contents now.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Well, how do you think Matt's going to handle this?
he's gonna say he's not gonna open it, but you know he is.
Yeah.
Does the
I just don't know
does the
how
letter
long.
get opened? Okay, Josh, Carrie.
think so.
Carrie, you first.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
I think
No, it's
so.
okay.
I just don't know how many chapters it's going to take to get to the letter.
So he is not going to be able to withstand,
Resist.
and he
Yeah.
will open it after 10 days. All right, Josh, you say yes as well?
Mm-hmm. 10 days.
Okay. And what about you, Quesadai?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I have yes, I also think 10 days. He's not going to be able to resist. That's not going to happen. He's never going to be able to resist because he's mad. But
Okay.
the fact that Varen is doing this like tricky little thing and giving him that like negotiating and then giving him like 30 days to figure it out, it just raises more questions about Varen and her intentions and her motivations and what
Yeah.
the
Mm.
Yeah,
what is she doing? What is she really
WTF?
doing?
Yeah.
Honestly.
What if he opened it right then?
I think he
Like-
would wait for her to leave, and then he would immediately go in the other room and open it.
Crack it.
No, like do you think like okay, like she said 10 days, like if
He's a man of his
he
word, though.
he was gonna open it right then, and she's like, hey, wait. Like if he broke that seal and tried to read it. Like
Well, also
She
she had a
did
bunch of
somebody
notes
else
No,
that
and
What if somebody else read it? Would he still be fulfilling?
ooh, good point. Yeah. What if he's like, hey, Tom
Hey,
Maryland,
Tom,
read this?
letter.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, Tom,
She
you like
does-
letters. Go ahead and read
Is
this.
there like
one.
a
There
ward? Is she have like a time ward on it? Like knowing that in 10 days, like you know what I'm saying? Like
Like Mission Impossible.
yeah. Yeah. Or Inspector Gadget.
Uh-huh.
This message will self destruct.
Well, let's dig a tiny bit more into
Mission
this.
Impossible style.
Varen is hoping that Matt doesn't have to do this. She's like, I'm giving you 10 days so that hopefully I'm just going to run this little errand and I'll be back in 10 days, before 10 days, and I'll just take that from you and you won't even have to do it. But just in case, then on the 11th day, then you got to fill out these instructions. What do you think these instructions are?
Something about the
I don't know.
attack on the White Tower is my thought.
Okay.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Would she have
Rallying
some
for-
foreknowledge that it's going to happen, or
Yeah.
would it be some way to join forces with Perrin, or
Right. That's a good point
to
too.
bring them all the gang back all together
all
again
together.
somehow?
Yeah, she mentioned Perrin for sure.
We have our friend Perineum. There we go.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right.
It jumps to a point of view.
I do want to bring up
you
one
can-
thing. What do we make of the symbolism of the bench being burned? The unstable bench.
Is it unstable or uncomfortable?
It tends to tip him off. at
Uh-huh.
an
Oh my
opportune time.
God. Josh, I'm so glad you're asking this question because I could not figure that out. And it was one of those things that I listened to twice
Mm.
Uh-huh.
and was like, why though?
Bloody
But
thing must have
what?
been designed by insane cross-eyed Trollocs and built from the bones of the damned. That was the only reasonable explanation.
Is that why? Oh,
He calls
okay.
it the devil bench later.
Devil, yeah, well.
Wait, he
has
says devil?
reasons, but there is no.
I
Wait,
think
Brother
so.
Dan, he says the word devil?
I believe so. Hold on, let me see.
Why would that word make any sense in this world? For reals. Like, I never caught that.
Honestly, right? If it, I don't think it's.
I mean, you can be bedeviled, but like that's based on our notion of devilry.
I got it,
That's
Tyshar.
oh yeah.
You yanked me halfway across. Yanked me halfway.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Halfway. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, you yanked me up.
Holy shit, Joe! This might be
Oh, here.
my favorite drawing you've done so far.
Oh, Joe, this is pretty
She
great.
See,
saw
the other one, it's
furry in the
sequential,
way he
Ryan.
pressed his hand down. Oh,
It's
what?
a panel.
Yeah, it's sequential for the other drawing.
I hear you. Yeah.
Nice.
Joe, you're uber talented. You're incredible. All the stuff.
Varen also says, in any other time, you'd undoubtedly be the most powerful Tavern individual alive. Probably the most powerful to have ever lived in centuries. But these are different times, and you got Rand. I mean, well, there can only be one Tiger Woods. There can only be one Michael Jordan, I guess. And there's only one most powerful Tavern, and that's Dragon. But it just shows that Matt is so super Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Is he more? How much more Tavern is he? Oh, go ahead.
No, but he's shaking it off. Like he's like not buying this at all. He's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. He's constantly just like, yeah, whatever.
So I hate
it. Go on. Yeah. What was your question, Dan?
How much less a Tavern is Parent? Or is he equal?
Yet.
I think Rand is the most, Matt second, Parent third.
Yeah. If we have to rank them,
Yeah.
I agree with that order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Dan,
right,
you can't go when you already know the end
Parent
of the book.
Parent didn't go through a doorway, so he's like last in line.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's a very good point. He did not go through the doorways.
Oh, look at you, Carrie.
I thought there was going to be some sort of like canine racism going on, but that's fine. Like, yeah, like let's blame it on the doors.
Lupinism.
That's fucking doorway.
Ryan, I did find it. It says Matt's side shifting on the devil bench again.
Devil bench. That's crazy. That's a really interesting word to use in this world.
Yeah.
All right.
We have a new character, guys. Meet Fortuana Atham Devi Pendrag.
Uh-huh.
No, Tuan is in that
But
name.
what's her last name?
The third.
It's like a Tribe Called Quest. Just say the whole thing.
Sorry.
She is in the middle of a ceremony where she is kissing foreheads and whispering, "May your death bring victory. May your knife draw blood. May your children sing your praises until the final dawn." These are 5 members of the Fist of Heaven. These 5 members are known as Blood Knives.
Blood Knives.
They each have a pure black
heaven.
stone ring. Is a specialized angreal. Would grant them strength and speed and would shroud them in darkness, allowing them to blend into shadows. However, the rings kill you. It saps your life, and it kills them in a matter of days. So this is a one-way mission for these guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
although Fist to Heaven feels like a total Tyshar moment. So
Right.
just gonna.
Is this
say
like meta-humans, like in the Flash? I mean, like superhuman strength and super speed. Like, I don't know. I just.
Yeah. I did. Keep going.
It's also like a Suicide Squad, and it breaks
Yeah.
my heart because obviously it doesn't start working until they activate it with their blood, but it's going to take a couple days to get there anyway, so they probably can't activate it until they're already there, I'm guessing.
This
I don't
is this is quite the first. I mean, this she just became Empress. And she's launching a major attack against the White Tower. This is a squadron, a whole. What is it? A murder of crows? What is a thing of rockin'?
What? Of rockin'?
It's a murder. It's murder of rockin'.
It's a van of rockin'.
The flying animals.
Because if you see a van of rockin', then don't come a knockin'.
Yeah. Bones of the damned, baby.
Devil bench. See Devil bench at Coachella later, right?
It says Trollocs and built from the bones of the damned.
Bones
So
of the
bones of the damned is actual Tyshar. Bitches.
They are. It says that they are doing a new form of warfare. Tolrakian with Damane and Soldam on their backs attacking from the air. It could be a beginning to a bold new tactic, or it could lead to a disaster. Normally, these Rockin are only used for transport. They drop off troops. They come and pick them up. Kind of like Xandar the Barbarian or whatever.
Yeah, Xandar, that's his name, right?
What's his name? Not Conan. The other one. The one who had like the lightning bolt sword.
That's why I said Xandar.
Is it Xandar? Lothar?
It is kind of weird that it's been a few books since we've seen any creatures of the dark. Like no death hounds, no flying things. You know.
Where's the golem? Like, I mean, there's
where's the golem? That's a good question. But we did hear about a bubble of evil that made all the. Okay,
Sorry,
go on.
ahead.
No,
I
was just in mid sentence. You can go. Later we hear about a bubble of evil that caused the tents to start choking people, killed an Aes Sedai. That's it. But yeah, you're right. We have not seen any dark friends or creatures of the dark for a while. I forgive you, Kay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just trying to. I was like, oh fuck, what was I talking about? I was gonna say something. Remember it, and I lost it.
In the
I
book,
started listening
Was
to
it
you.
the 5th of November?
it tends to happen. I'm so enamoring.
This ends with Fortuana is talking to her general, I guess, or no, to Seleucia. She's like, we've just changed everything.
Right.
It'll turn him against us. Seleucia says, and was he not against us before? And she says, no, we were against him. She's like, is there a difference? She's like, oh, yep, I think we're about to see the difference. And that's how it ends.
Yeah.
Again, with the cliffhanger, this guy is nonstop cliffhangers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it makes it more interesting, right?
Yeah, no, he ends the chapter well.
I like it.
Okay, so I have a question. What is the purpose of attacking the White Tower other than to mess with Rand? Because don't they realize that you need a lot of people on the side of the light in order to fight in the last battle? So why would
She
you
needs
kill
the
all
mayor of
Aes
the
Sedai?
money, Carrie. Come on.
But she's like even mentioned that she's like, I feel bad for killing these women because I would rather make them Damani. And I'm like,
Right.
then why kill them? Like,
Because that's her culture. She doesn't understand that that's a wrong thing to do. It's just the way that it's always been. So, like, that's the thing. That's what she does. That's what she has encompassed her whole life is this dictatorship place. And she's always tried to level up from that place, even that she already was in. So, like, this is it's just a huge moment for her. Anyway.
well, we know that Egwene foresaw the attack on the White Tower. She foretold it, or whatever that word is.
Yeah, I told everyone.
So, is this part of the pattern? Is this supposed to happen?
Good question. That's a great question. Jesus. Yeah.
Is it prophesied?
Is it prophecy or part of the pattern? Like, and then if that's true, then I really want to know what this outcome is. Like, what is going to happen after this is over?
That's a great question. Okay, Jesus, you guys are great.
Rand's
That's a
getting so
great
blind.
question. Yeah, because she foretold it. Like, even though Rand's Taverin is shit, like she's like, yeah, that's amazing. Could she even have said yes to Rand?
Right.
Right, like because it's already been foretold in her right, like in her foretelling, like. That's crazy. All right, my mind is mush right now.
Honestly, my mind is blown by Joe's drawing at the moment, other than his hand being in the way. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Joe. It's so amazing. These shades.
Cool.
This
Yeah,
is all, no,
it's
this
an
is
Ansel
like
Adams picture photograph.
That's what I was going for, Ansel Adams.
That's so great.
He was a good drawer too.
Yeah, I
incredible.
think that's
Joe.
what he called himself, a drawer.
A drawer.
The
Look
depth,
at
the
drawer.
depth to your everything.
Is that like
it's
Yosemite
just
in the background?
absolutely
Like,
incredible.
Kind of like
I don't know.
Right?
I always
The
just
fact that you
imagine
even
like I don't know.
think-
How do you picture that in your brain, Carrie, when you see it? Like how far away is it? It seems like it was far away. You know?
yeah.
feels far away in your drawing, and that's what's so fascinating about this is like everything feels as far away as I think you're intending it to be, which is just mind-blowing to me. I don't understand how you do that. It's incredible.
Now, what we need is a
Yes.
picture of men and Nynaeve going like this with their faces like jaws open wide.
Oh, like
Yeah.
a Home Alone.
Oh,
my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
like,
Like Home
what
Alone,
are you
yeah.
Oh,
doing?
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
All right, Village Mattress is in Discord. I'm so happy to see him.
Village Mattress.
Oh my
My
gosh,
pleasure.
my
Handsome
camera
face.
keeps falling down. I'm so sorry.
He's always the most
Hello.
well-rested person I've ever seen.
He always does look like he's gotten a solid night's sleep.
Yeah.
Probably
I wonder. Yeah.
on his incredible mattress.
I know they say
Village
don't.
mattress.
They say
I'm gonna make a
don't
song next
don't
time.
sample your own product, but he's obviously
Hey!
sleeping on the best mattress.
He's high on his. In fact,
Right.
he's straight passed out every
Ryan,
night.
the
on his
flight to
product.
Tarvalon took several days, and that's about the standard shipping for any mattress within the continental United States.
Yeah, if you want a Village Mattress, it'll be brought to you by a Rockin'.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it'll be 50% up. I'm kidding, down.
Does he offer
I'll say
discounts?
nothing.
'Cause I'm actually in need of an.
Oh yeah, he
Carrie
absolutely
would
does.
absolutely-
Yes,
You just said the magic
Honestly,
words.
you don't know. I'm not even joking when I tell you he's got the best stuff.
he loves this community. He will hook you up. We will connect you
He's
with
so
Village.
great. He's so great. So great.
You should join us more often, Village. We'd get you some sales.
We miss you.
I know you're.
Like he needs more business. He's got
I know.
more than he can handle.
He's rolling
He
in
can't
mattress
even-
coins like Scrooge McDuck.
No, he's like, I will take a number and I will get to you when I can. I know mine are the best, but like I need a minute to get back to you. Just give him a sec. I'm kidding. He loves you all and he'll do it for whatever.
That's a great commercial, okay?
I know it was. It was good.
Thank you. I'm gonna
We're gonna clip that and use it for.
Village mattress.
Okay,
You're gonna clip that.
we're halfway through the show, guys.
We're doing great.
Harry's like, can we please not stall out here? Thank you.
Yeah, so
I
yeah,
agree.
Fortuna pretty much launched an attack against Rand's Pearl Harbor in her eyes.
That's good. That's a good. That's a great.
Earl
Reference, yeah.
Harbor. That's
So-
fun.
Do you feel like did Tuan like go after the White Tower because she thought Rand cared? Like, do you think that's part of what she's doing?
Well, they
What?
planned this before the meeting with Rand for sure. talked about-
Non-readers, fine. Non-readers.
No. Thank you. You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't have a
God
plan. It's true.
Damn it! I hate it when Wadcast does that to me.
I
Thank
wasn't
you, Tony.
asking you.
I love you.
I mean, I'm joking. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's jump to chapter 37. It's called A Force of Light. It has the dragon. Looks like that was like on Bruce Lee's robe, I think. That dragon. Stylistically. It's a Min point of view. Min is quietly watching Rand. Min and Rand both kind of know that the vibe has changed. Honeymoon's over. Ever since the choke.
Well, that'll do it. Dan, that'll do it.
It will.
It might.
You know, and she thinks about it. She sees a vision around. She normally
A
she
new
sees
vision.
a lot of visions, but this one's new. It looked like it was one of Dragon Mount in Shadows. Said it would be important to Rand in the future. Said, was that a tiny prick of light shining from the heavens down onto the point of the mountain? And the viewings vanished.
So does Min always have viewings of the future, or does she sometimes have viewings of the past?
Well,
Is
they're
my
not
question.
necessarily things that happen. They're symbolic, right?
They're not things that
They're
happened, they're
not.
symbolic. Yes, true. Yes, okay, symbolic, yeah. But also, could she have visions of things that had already happened?
Well, discuss amongst
I'm
yourselves.
asking.
Okay,
She has
interesting.
the past
Like
telling.
during his birth, do you think this could have happened on Dragonmount, kind of thing?
Maybe. I mean, I just thought maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
Interesting.
Well, I mean, they say they always come true. I mean, I guess if it happened historically, it already came true. But
right, which brings into this is my question for importance sake, because then it brings into question all the other viewings she's had. Like, did it already happen at some other point, maybe in a different life or something like that? Is this consecutive with like the consciousness, like the Luz Theron Rand situation, and then maybe further on, or is it like and like anybody else that's been in any other
yeah,
consciousness throughout the times? Do you get what I'm saying?
I do.
Like,
Yeah,
I
this
do.
would
mean,
be a
Yeah.
future, present,
Very much so.
past type viewing, because it seems a little convoluted in the way that like a wheel turns, right? Which I keep going back to because I just can't get over the wheel physical aspect of how things move, and then correlating that to timelines and how they could overlap in weird ways, and one could go faster than the other.
You're right. I mean, if it's Dragon Mount,
Yeah.
obviously Luz had a huge part in that. He made it.
Well, and to your point, Kate,
Thank you.
it says Dragonmount. It was cloaked in dark shadows as if as shaded by clouds high above. That was odd. Whenever she'd seen the mountain, it had reached higher than the clouds themselves.
Ooh.
Yeah, super weird that it's like dark
Right.
and
Like-
shadowy.
Well,
except for this
Telleramion was
one.
dark too in Egwin's visions too, and we have the storm at the beginning of the book. So It's a
Yep.
theme.
So my question is she seeing visions? Okay, if she's seeing visions of the future that have yet to come to pass, is she seeing alternate futures? Are things changing that are allowing her to see things differently? Or is it like when she sees something that has to happen? Or can it be altered?
That's a good question. I mean, historically,
Yeah.
I mean, historically, it's been the case that, like, Ram believes they're gonna happen, right? Like, interesting. This could be a different one because she notices it's very different.
She is remembering. She's like seeing Rand. Rand doesn't seem. He's getting dressed.
Dressing himself.
It seems like they just, in my mind, they just had not great sex. And Rand is kind of distant.
Yeah.
You know, kind of perfunctory, angry,
Oh shit,
stumpy sex.
Stumpy.
Stuffy.
That's what it says.
I'm
in the
not.
book.
You know what he means, Ryan. Like stuffy, bumpy, not lovey, warm.
Why are you saying I
Canoodling.
know? What is this?
You know,
Oh, no.
you know, the use, right?
Do we need to have a talk?
But she never thought of herself as a liability. Now she does. That has come to her mind. It says, quote, send her away to keep her safe. That was foolishness. She could take care of herself. So she had thought. Now she saw that she had been right.
Do you think she regrets that decision? Jesus.
Uh-huh.
He has a sword. It points out the sword again. A power wrought sword, she says. It looks old. Felt old. He's like,
It
you're
seems he
going
knows
after
more
her.
about it than he's letting on.
Said, oh, he's wearing it as a sign that she was riding into battle. So he's like, you're going after Grendel. And he's like, well, I just sucked at that meeting. I gotta do something. I got the rest of the afternoon. I gotta at least kill something.
What am I gonna do? Just play PlayStation?
My PlayStation broke, Ryan.
I know.
Don't
That's
even-
crazy.
I know. Yesterday. So I said, so he's like, yeah, I sucked it for air dome, and at least I'll get rid of a Forsaken.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, he said what?
He sucked it.
He sucked
Sucked.
it for air don't.
Sucked,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
sucked
Just
it.
making sure I heard that right.
That was it.
Excuse me. He's like, yeah, I got to strike now. Sets up a gateway. He's like, you coming? She's like, oh, yeah, of course I am, you stupid wallhead.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Nice.
it's like, all right, come.
You coming?
You coming? I'm
He
out.
goes, tells the
Okay.
IEL, hey, I'm going to battle. Pick 20 of you. They're like, okay, and then they run. They first got to talk with their hands.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
I thought you were swatting a fly.
He's like, get me Nynaeve and Ramshalan.
Ram Shalam.
Ram Shalom.
Yeah.
Like Ramalama Ding Dong? That Ramalama Ding Dong?
Yeah, I think so.
And while they're waiting, we hear a little bit about Natchem Barrow. It used to be a fort, then it became like a presidential summer home, and then it's just kind of disused. But a good, nice piece of real estate, nice on a lake. Cool little place.
Oh shit, there's a lake? I didn't draw that.
It's on the other side of it's right on the other side.
That's right, it's nestled in these mountains over here. Don't pay
Ramsland
attention
comes.
to the lack of lake.
Yeah, no, Dan did that on purpose.
No, I wasn't.
And it's nestled in
Very
the lake.
passive aggressively
No,
pointed
it's
out that
nestled
there's
in
no
the
lake.
No, Ryan, there's one more panel to come, I think.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be the lake. Yeah.
The lake panel.
It'll be the lake for sure. Oh wait, but Arashalam was like every time that name came up for me, it was like Arashalam, dooey, Arashalam.
No one
And I
knows
was like,
what
oh,
that
remember
is.
this. Nobody knows what this is. I know, but gooey. Anyways,
Yeah.
never mind. If you're ever a child, I suppose you might know, but maybe
That's
you were never
amazing.
children. And
Gooey.
I wasn't a child, but I have children.
Oh, well, then you should know, Joe. And if you don't, I will send it to you because it's an awesome children's song that everybody should have.
People are
access
ganging up
to.
on Joe.
Well, that's yeah.
I mean, that's
Joe!
okay. That's all right. You know, that's what we're supposed to do.
He's
Take
if
it.
you've ever met him, he's super punchable.
He's
That's
really punchable.
100%,
Yeah.
100% true.
Yeah.
That's why. That's the only reason why he brings Jono around, because it's a chance someone else might get punched.
Yeah, it deflects from me.
Seriously. It's such deflective.
Jono's entire purpose is to deflect from me.
Yeah.
It's
Because
fine.
otherwise, you definitely.
Everyone's
go
like,
for
that Joe guy, he's horrible. Wait, Jono's way
You should
worse.
be like, wow. He's like way worse. Way
way worse.
Who put the
Way
worm in the
worse.
Ramshalam?
I'll
that guy?
definitely
Cool.
punch that guy before I ever punch Joe.
So
I've never punched
Ramshalam and Nynaeve show up, and he's like, Ram, buddy, I got a question.
Alright.
I gotta get someone who's like smarter and more clever than me. He's like, what? Get the fuck out. No way. He's like, no, I know. Tell me. He's like, well, you should probably just be their friend. That's probably what you should do. Don't fight them. Beat them. Just be their friend. He's like, you know what? Well, that's not a bad idea. Here, you're my emissary. See that hole I made in this palace? I want you to go down to that Natchem's Barrow over there, and tell them we're just we're collecting money for the Salvation Army. See if they have any canned goods or any blankets that they want to donate. Go on. Bye. He's like, okay. And he goes, and they're like, well, what's that all about? He's going to come back all compulsed. And he's like, exactly.
Exactly.
They see this place is bustling, man. So there's workers, there's kids. You hear like donkeys. They just brought in a deer. They're going to eat a deer. shit, so many people are there. And finally, the maidens bring back Ramsalam. And Ramsalam, he's all fucked up. He got the pulse.
Shalom.
He's all, the lady loves you, man. You guys are tight. You have her support. He's like, all right, cool. You are.
Who's tight?
Which...
Sorry.
Yeah, he's on a heavy compulsion. There's a lot of weaves. And Rand just goes ahead and balefires the place. He's like, all right, cool. Just balefires the place.
I like how he doesn't say anything, though. He's just like all...
Dan, does he Bella fire the place?
Oh, no.
That's what I've been doing the whole time.
This might be my favorite Bella ever. Bella fire!
Finally.
Awesome.
All right.
You get it.
I don't know if you ruined the great drawing or you made it better, but
It's okay. It's on a different layer. I can just take it up.
okay, great.
Yeah, he didn't ruin anything.
Because I was like, I want this as a T-shirt, and all of a sudden he's all Bella.
It's
And
in
just hit like a
reverse.
fire emoji after it.
Unbelievable Bella fire. That's so great.
I mean, it's about
I do have a Taishar here. Quote.
By the power of Bella.
Oh shit! I was drawing so up close, I forgot that my drawing went up way higher. Kind of gotta go continue with that trait.
Oh, my God. Okay, I have an idea. We need to make a whole line of just Bella Fire merch.
Yeah, I'm
Joe.
feeling that. Yeah.
Joe.
Mhm.
Joe.
So I'm busy, I'm
Joe,
busy drawing the rest
Joe.
of the trait.
Keep this drawing. Send it to me. We got to do this.
All right, Taishar.
Bella
It
fire.
made her uncomfortable the way he fingered it.
Yeah, that tracks. It's uncomfortable as well.
Sometimes
for me-
it doesn't work. That you gotta do it a different way.
Sometimes it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, that's fun. Yep, I'll.
You having fun
that's a
down
good
there?
Time.
You having fun
That's
down
super
there?
good.
I got one too.
Yay! I'm gonna give you a thumbs
Josh, go
up.
for it.
Only a puppeted body.
Yeah.
No.
see?
Oh no. Go for the puppet.
Just what? Just happened.
Puppeted body.
I once tried to raise the dead, but I got only a puppeted body.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You
That's true.
So Randa
Are
is talking about
very
how
grateful your puppet's about now. I'll bet.
I'm offended.
Yeah, I mean you should. Be.
Yeah, your deep-seated stuffiness is really just curdling on a next level right now, right? Yeah.
That's
You
what.
don't even have an
yeah.
asshole that can clench in disgust. So no, no, I don't accept your puffiness about it. I accept mine. Yeah.
Wow.
What did she do? What? Okay. Moving on. Dan, take it away.
Let's keep going.
all right. So he's like, all right.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to throw that up. I'm sorry.
What's that?
I didn't mean to throw you that off. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
You're fine. You're fine.
No, we're all good. We're all good. This is fun.
Okay. I always feel like it's
So
my
he's-
fault.
He's pretty much saying, going through like the deaths that he's done.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I do death now, and I got to be deliberate about it. And he's like,
I
yeah,
do death now and on women. Too.
and so, like, I've done it before.
I don't care at all. Ever.
I mean, this
No.
bit about Kalendor,
No.
Kalendor being a leash is interesting. That it requires him to be in a box of someone else's plans And here he's acting of his own volition, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he complained
So-
about Cat Swain being a box of words, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit. This is the most incredible drawing I've ever seen Joe do.
He said,
Yeah.
I murdered a
He
woman
needs to
long
be
before I
little.
faced Samiraj. Her name was Leia. I killed her in Seattle Logoth. I struck her down and I called it mercy. Forgive
Yeah.
me, he said, but he didn't seem directed at men for calling this mercy as well. And then something impossibly bright formed in the air before him. They said the entire fortress glowed, transforming into living light, an amazing, spectacular palace of undulating energy. It was beautiful, and then it was gone.
Undulating.
The whole reality went wow. Everyone felt like a ripple.
Mm-hmm.
Womp.
I just learned the word undulating recently, so I was really excited about this chapter because I was like, I know what that means.
That's a good word.
It is a good word to use here, too.
Yeah. I like Brandon Sanderson a lot, but I also feel like I've missed an essence of who some of these characters have been to me so far. I don't know if that makes sense, but
No,
Does,
go
yeah.
on with that. Yeah. So, can you describe it more?
like Matt has had more decision making, I feel like, or maybe I don't know. I'm only grabbing at essences that I've felt from characters,
Mm.
not
But-
actual quotes. I just have felt that like there's just a piece of them that isn't there for me anymore. There's also like a very good explanatory situation that's happening where it really helps me to understand like, oh yeah, right, this is what happened before, and then that makes sense because obviously this happened, and then so that all it's all congeal.
It's congeality. No,
That's
yeah.
right.
So
That's right,
let me
Ryan. That's
let me
correct.
try and translate. What I think Kay is saying that these characters are just enough different because it's Brandon writing him that she's feeling it, but she's also appreciating how clear his writing is and how he is referencing back, and he's kind of like leading us to the point he's trying to make, as opposed to how
Yeah.
Robert Jordan obfuscates like everything and
Obfuscate,
leaves a
yes,
lot.
that's a good word for
He
that.
leaves so much to interpretation, and Brandon Sanderson is just kind of like laying it out and propelling it forward.
He's
So
reminding us and then going forward with like intentions of sorts, but not full, obviously we don't know their intentions, but
Do you,
like
do you feel like you guys
yeah.
have been able to identify like Brandon Sanderson parts and like Robert Jordan parts, or do you think it's like a mesh?
easily. Oh, for me,
Right. Okay.
very easily. Yeah.
Have you guys talked about that already? I'm sorry.
No problem. I don't think we have actually. I think that's a
well,
good
no, I mean, well,
conversation to have.
Josh has specifically said that he thinks Handerstaff was like a short story that Sanderson just kind of like propped in. But we're not going to comment on that. He just thinks that it's interesting. We don't know.
That's not. That was. It wasn't about commentary, obviously. But like, right.
Yeah.
Thank you for writing me in, rightfully so. That was just a question for you guys. It was just like, do you feel like you're like going, oh, obviously Sanderson, and then you're going like, oh, clearly Jordan, or do you think it's more of like a mix, or is it like mostly a mix and there's a little standout moments like Hinderstaff or for Josh?
For me, there's a lot of. It's very clear that it's Brandon. It's very clear that it's Robert, and that's it. That's for me.
Are you saying in the current books that Brandon Sanderson wrote, you can tell the difference, or you can tell the difference between the previous books and the current book?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm saying that the characters now in the Brandon Sanderson
Mhm.
books feel very different to me
Compared to the previous
than
books. Not
Yeah.
that you can
previous
tell, like,
books.
oh, this is a Robert Jordan sentence. And this is
No,
okay.
No,
no,
yeah.
not in that
I just
way.
wanted to clarify
Just
what
in
you
the
meant.
yeah, yeah, totally. That's a good question, Josh. No, it was more so. It's more so the characters for me. Yeah, they're they're just really different. I'm
Mhm.
missing something, and I can't quite put my
Are there
finger on
characters that are closer
what it
to
is.
what you think they should be versus others? Are there weaker characters
Oh, another good question.
so far?
Good
Do
question,
you,
Joe.
do you want to? That is a great question. Carrie, do you want to, or Josh, do you guys want to answer first?
Well,
What's that
I was
all?
just gonna say that I struggled a little bit in the first couple of weeks of reading the Sanderson format.
Hmm.
But after that, I just kind of like dived into it
Mhm.
and
Uh-huh.
surrendered
Uh-huh.
because I love this fictional world so much, and I'm not noticing as much differences as Kay is. But maybe that's just because I'm appreciating the fact that somebody picked us up and just finished it for us. Um, I don't know, like there might be subtle differences, but not enough for me to hate it.
Oh
I
yeah,
still
it
really
wasn't
enjoy
about like
it.
hate per se. I was
Yeah.
just wondering. I was just wondering if you
Right.
noticed, like nothing like
Yeah.
what's your opinion? Does it suck or not? It was just like
Yeah.
Suck? Yes. Not? No.
Oh, okay, all right.
And
Ah,
it's tricky
it's not
because
black and white.
yeah.
It's just very convoluted. I feel like, yeah, there's a lot, right, Carrie, that's going into these like this transition from Robert Jordan to Brandon Sanderson has been huge, right, Josh?
No,
Like
yeah.
this has been like weird and epic and amazing in a lot of ways because it's explained a lot of things to me, like in the moment that I need to be remembered or reminded. Remembered,
Yeah.
Carissa, reminded of.
Good job.
No,
Yeah.
no, super duper. No.
And so for Rand, though, Rand's going through so many changes. It's almost like, it's hard to. He's such a changed figure
Mhm.
at this point, right? So
Well, they
it's
all
like,
are.
well, is Matt?
Yeah,
Matt,
well,
in terms of like,
yes.
okay, yeah,
I
no,
do
that's a
think
good
so.
question. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love this
There's a lot
discussion.
of, yeah, it's good stuff.
So Carrie, Rand, Balefire's Natcham's Barrel. They test Ramsalam and he is cured.
Cured.
So that's the evidence that he's using that Grendel is dead. 2 questions for you. Is Grendel dead? Second question, what is this a horrible, horrible decision for Rand?
I think Josh should start on this one.
Well, he asked Carrie first.
Oh, sorry.
He said Carrie. let's
I'm so sorry.
Me? Me?
Yeah. What?
Well,
I
I
don't think
mean,
she heard.
the fact that he brought that lord with him who he knew was going to be under compulsion, and then when he came back out, his compulsion was removed after he did the whole Balefire thing. I mean, to me, that was like a great way to test that you got her. But there's also the notion of you weren't in her proximity when she quote unquote died. So if there's no body, could she still be alive? And if she's still alive, you just killed a buttload of people for nothing. I don't know. Like, do you guys think that she's dead, or do you think she's still alive?
You guys keep saying Bellafire weird.
Yeah, good point.
Well, how far does burning someone out with Balefire go back? If she's 3,000 years old. Did he burn out 3,000 years worth of the pattern, or did she just appear somewhere different?
Well, she's 3,000 years old, but like, how long has she been out of the boar? Josh?
Right, but should that? I mean, I just don't know how Balefire works. Like, does it?
Some
like,
tree
is
she
a little
planted
bit
as a
only
kid
burning out for, like,
suddenly
a day?
disappears.
Versus like a lot.
I
of
mean,
it
yeah,
burns out for 100
in
years?
theory, yeah.
Well, I mean, they have mentioned that the more powerful the Balefire, the further back in the pattern you're
I mean,
raised.
what was it? Book
So,
book 5 with the Robin fight in the Balefire and Matt
Uh-huh.
and Naviander are back alive. Like so, like
Uh-huh.
I mean, he is that 4 or 5? I don't remember. Anyway,
yeah.
it doesn't matter. Anyway, a long time ago for you guys, but like like he Balefired Robin, and then Matt and Naviander were alive again, like outside.
So a long time ago, Grandpa.
But that was like minutes in the fight, really, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, book 5.
So
Well, it's amazing because later on in the chapter we have Min's and Nynaeve kind of like their perspective. Min's like, that was crazy, all these people died, and then Nynaeve breaks it down. She's like, well, maybe this is what we need. How many people would still be alive if Rand could have just done this type of action and he had this kind of heartlessness to like and which I thought was fascinating because she admonished him in the moment. She's like, "Oh, this fucking abomination, fuck you, Rand." But all of a sudden, she's like later on talking to Min.
Like words. Yeah, no, she. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
She's
but you're
like,
right.
I'm just chiming in. Like she doesn't even have words for like. She's like, I'm not even angry. Like it's beyond that. I don't even have words for like what happened just now, and it's just in crazy. It's
Right.
just
She's
crazy.
all, I loathe what
I loathe you. Yeah.
Loathe.
But
yes,
I mean, it is kind of like so. When we dropped 2 bombs in Japan during World War II, it was used to
Nuclear
justify. When those 2 bombs took out close to 600,000, I guess was it total 500 something. But if we had just sent ground troops in, then the casualties would have been even worse, and the suffering would have been even worse. They said.
And she
and Rand points out that anyone who is involved in Natron's burial would have been completely mind mushed by Grendel. So he is choosing to call it a mercy.
doing a favor to those people in a sense.
Right? Like, now, what do you guys think about that? Was it a mercy to off all those people if they're under Grendel's control?
Well, since we know that offing her takes them out of her control, it would have been good to have as many out of there as possible, ethically.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, saved. Yeah.
That is, but I mean, like his whole reasoning behind that gamble is that like any inclination whatsoever that she knows he's coming will like
she's boning out. Yeah. She's gone.
His chances of taking
Okay.
her out.
So I have 2 thoughts. Number one, if she is possibly still alive, then how did that compulsion get removed from that lord?
Well, it might have just cleaned out her work in that up to some amount of time back.
So it just kind of erased the last couple minutes or whatever.
She's burned out to some point in the past. I don't know. I don't know if it works like that, but
no, that's what it made sense, right?
Yeah. So my question is, she obviously compulsed a lot of people, including the king. Did their compulsion get removed, or just this lord guy?
That's a very good question.
To a certain point in time,
Well, it
right?
depends on,
Like,
it depends on Josh's point of how far she's burned back in the past.
But but Nynaeve said that there were situations like she doesn't see those weaves around him anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Is compulsion
Gooey,
like
gooey
surgery,
Rashomon.
where they just do it and then you're off and you never see the surgeon again, and you still have compulsion? Or is there have to be like, if that surgeon dies, then does the leg then break again?
No, my Gardner burns people out from time.
But that's so hard to conceive for our world. Like currently in our world, on Earth, in our timeline, that's a difficult concept to ever conceive, that they could like wipe out this like lineage of
like reverse
people or something, like a whole situation that had connections to each other that affected all of that shit, and therefore and then some, and biggity
It's a reverse butterfly effect.
like it's like yes.
Right.
So
Reverse
if Rand had
butterfly.
not used Balefire, would Ramsalam but killed Grendel, would Ramsalam would he still be compulsed?
Ramsalam.
Ramsalam.
I can't.
If he had
Rance
just killed her and not eradicated her,
correct.
I think he still would have not been compulsed anymore. Well, no, he still would have been compulsed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that time race.
Right.
Does compulsion last past the death of the person who puts it on?
Sure, yeah.
Whoa! Joe, shut the
How
fuck
far
up.
These
back,
are tied off.
though?
Right?
We
Bless
don't.
you, Joe.
That's a very good
We know.
question. We
You guys
know.
at this point. You know at this point.
Bella.
Give me historically, someone's been compulsed, and then the person who compulsed them dies, and they're still compulsed. Who? Give me that.
Well, it's more about the timing of the weaves and you can tie weaves off and have them unravel.
Right.
We've known that since book 4.
No, but like
Tie
if you
weaves
tie a weave off, if I
then
set
die.
a ward, if I set a
Unravel.
ward to if I have like a chest of gold, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna ward this chest, and then I go off and I get killed by a boar.
Okay.
Is that ward still there? Ad
No, but I
infinitum?
mean, you
Ad
could certainly-
infinitum? Like, when's the fucking ward
You could do
end?
the Asmodean thing with teaching Rand how to channel and put a shield on him that has like a trickle of the power and have it unravel at a certain point in time. And there's
No,
tons of
I think
Okay,
the ward
yeah.
would still be there if you just died, if you weren't annihilated with Balefire.
Yes. So this person was not compulsed anymore. In fact, he's like, you can just go walk 2 days south and find a town, you bitch, and leaves him.
All right, fair point. Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
so what's going on? Like, I've yet your answers. Is she dead?
I think she's dead, yeah.
Okay.
More gays?
No.
Oh.
What are you talking about? I'm sorry. I was watching chat and I got.
No, I understand. No,
fucking
we're talking about
confused.
Grendel.
Sorry. Right.
Grendel.
Oh, right, Grendel. Right. The Bellfire. Yeah.
Is Grendel
I
dead?
got it. I'm sorry. I was like, me? Yes.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carrie,
White.
is she
Carrie?
dead?
But she can't. But all
Because he,
Go ahead.
I feel like she
Mine's
knew
miserable.
he was coming. Like it was a trap. Like she could have easily escaped before he started the Balefire. Like he could have compulsed the guy and immediately vanished, right?
Uh-huh.
Like if I
Oh,
don't
she could
see
like
the
put like a time
body-
limit on. She put like a timer on the compulsion. Like you'd be like, okay,
No, I mean, like, what if she compulsed the guy, sent him back out to Rand, and then immediately vanished because she knew that he was about to do something? Like,
How would the
Would you have
compulsion
stayed
on the guy be
behind?
gone then?
yeah. Where's the compulsion?
I
then? How'd
know
that
that's
go?
what I can't wrap my head around. Like, how is this working?
Well, everything
I-
she did in time has been erased because she
I
got
want to
annihilated.
believe. I want to believe that she's dead.
I think she's
Okay.
All right, the world would be
That's
a better
3
place.
deaths.
Yes,
Okay.
awesome.
Okay.
So Nynaeve and Min are talking. They're like, man, Rand's kind of fucked up. Like, yeah, he's pretty fucked up. I do have a Taishar. Be able to handle him together.
nice.
But they go talk to Cadswain. Cadswain has a meeting going on already with some of the wise ones. Amos, Bear, Sorelia, maybe another. And Nynaeve's like, I want in to your plan. At first, she wasn't even going to go in. She's like, oh yeah, Rand al'Thor just destroyed a palace full of 100 people. And Cadswain's all, let her in. Sit down, child. You say, all
Wait a
right,
second.
well,
Wait a
Yeah, go.
second. Before Nynaeve goes find Cadswain, she makes a phrase about, like, she kind of like, and then she's like, Cadswain was right. So what is she right about?
Good question. Good
Rand
question.
needing to be under control, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, interesting.
She says, all right, Nynaeve, you're not going to hear the whole story, but your plan is to go find Perrin Albaya. So, Perrin? She's like, what? She's like, the Althor boy might know where he is. Find out for us, and perhaps I'll explain the point. She's like, well, all right. And Min's like, I got to take care of Rand. This thing has got to. She's worried about Rand's just emotional well-being after destroying an entire palace and being all cold-blooded about it. And that's pretty much how it ends. What did I miss, or what do we want to talk about?
I want to point out how I love Nynaeve. And for her to be saying what she said about maybe he's right. Literally, maybe he's right. Maybe all those people, maybe it was a mercy. And for her to be able to like switch her perspective so quickly, like that kind of like mental like nimbleness, I just love about her. Like, and I love how she said it, and I love how Sanderson wrote it, and it felt like it was very much like the Nynaeve that I love. And she's a warrior, and she's seeing it like she said, like she's like, the last battle's coming, man. The last battle. You need to understand, the last battle's coming. And I just love that whole thing. And then they moved on to Catswain.
What's coming?
The last battle.
I was going for a Ty-Shar moment, but okay.
But then right when she goes in front of to Catswain, she says, "I'll obey," which is again surprised Min. She's like, "Fucking Nynaeve never does this shit, right?" Then all of a sudden, boom, she does it. So Nynaeve has been like Trixie in a way, and I love it because she's taking on the role of being his advisor. She's taking on the role of Catswain. And she's realizing it's not working, so she's gonna go back to Catswain, which is all of it's great. All of it is so cool. And Nynaeve's the fucking best.
Catswain hasn't changed.
No, she's not.
Can't agree more, Ryan. Kay, you're wrong.
Yeah, Kay hates Nynaeve.
I'm not wrong. She's the worst. She's fucking everything up. She puts
is
her
the
nose
best.
into
The
places
best.
that are not needed. Wow. I do not like her.
Ugh.
Ryan says that's because I'm a lot like her, but I don't think that's true at all.
Yeah, you're projecting all over Nynaeve. It's so amazing.
So fuck all of you. I mean, I'll smooch you in your little cheekies and tell you that you're wrong. Okay?
Okay.
At Luz Jr., I'm not wrong, she said wrongly. Amazing.
Are we done with that chapter?
I think we are.
Okay.
Brother Dan, I need to bone out. Have fun
Flippers.
finishing this last chapter. I gotta go to sleep.
Okay.
I have a sticker on my slipper.
Bye, folks. I gotta get up early. I got little kids awaiting me. I need to be bright and cheery.
Cheery and bright.
All right, I love you
Not
guys.
bright
Bye.
and cheery. Cheery and bright.
Right?
Love you.
All right.
Thank God.
What?
He's gone. What do we do now?
Honestly, now we can talk freely about everything
The
and
guy
tell him how
derails
wrong he is.
the guy derails for 2 hours and goes, "Oh, I gotta go."
Oh, wait, by the way,
Give it
All
a
right.
hot 5
I really wish
seconds
this was a by the
more.
way point.
I'll let you know when he's past the hall.
That's all right. Anything I have
I'm
to say,
kidding.
I'll
We
say
love-
to his
we love-
face.
Oh yeah,
Say
exactly.
to his dirty mustache. All right, chapter 38 is called News in Tel'aran'rhiod. It
Mustache.
is an Egwene point of view. And she's meeting with Swan. They've been meeting like every night. Swan's trying to get her to escape. She's like, they're going to kill you. She's like, they won't kill me. She's like, they will.
Maybe they will.
She
might.
named you a dark friend. She's like, well, yeah, she did do that. But she's like, I want to stay until this whole trial of Elida goes on, and if I leave, then it's gonna undermine everything I've done. And she's like, no more ifs and buts. Stop talking to me. She's like, okay, okay. She says, and she's like, well, yeah, if they do kill me, then my death would be a victory. People would rally around me. She's all, fuck. It's stupid. She's like, hey, we had a visitor over at the rebel camp. Your boyfriend got what you can. She's like, Galwin. Galwin. I haven't seen him in a while. How's he doing? Like, you almost pulled it off. You horny bitch. She's like, well, she's like, tell me more about his arrival. He's like, quote, I think he's here because he heard that you were captured. I guess he hangs out in Brian's command tent and keeps going to speak to Ramonda Lalang.
Trying to negotiate the power structure.
You can almost see the lines down the middle of the camp now. Ramonda on one side, Lalang on the other, with the shrinking slice that doesn't want to take sides.
Ramonda, Anada, ooh, I wanna take you to the river.
Yeah,
Sorry, I just saying.
She's like,
without it. Sorry, Dan.
That's okay. Sorry. All right. So she's like, all
I really
right.
want more
She
lyrics
gives
to
her
that song.
instructions. She's like, all right, we're gonna chill. She's like, we're meeting too often. The Amerlin needs to ration her strength. She's like, yeah, well, what? All I do is lay in this freaking cell. Get noontime comes around, I get beat. That's kind of fun. Then I get thrown in here, and then I get to go to sleep. I get
I
rolled.
pretend that nighttime is my daytime,
Yeah.
that my reality is nothing at all.
Right.
The cell she can't like straighten out
Hashtag
at all.
trauma.
Or stand up or lay straight. Yeah.
She
like-
cannot. Yeah, it's
Terrifying.
she can't. She's like this. She's like this. It's like a tub, but a cell.
It's my worst nightmare. This is my worst nightmare.
Mine would have mice involved. I don't see any mice here, but yes.
Mine just include small walls.
Yeah,
There's
small walls
no
and
room
mice.
to stretch.
Wait, how much
Honestly.
left? What should I be drawing right now?
Maybe
Small walls
like
and mice.
nothing at all. Like a teeny, the bittiest box you could ever construct.
How about you draw Vera and drinking tea in her room when she goes there?
This is a very small box.
And you're enlarging it for us. It's a
Well, I mean, you guys be able to see it as a box.
I love it. I want it on a shirt.
All right, this
Purchase.
is
This
this
is
is the
my
best
box.
shirt ever made. What is that?
Right? This
Get
my
real
box
close. Just hold it. It's a box.
is a box.
Right.
Well, Swan's like, well, I gotta bolt. I gotta sleep because I gotta do laundry in the morning. I gotta go. Egwin's like, I'm gonna wander around this place. I'm not even gonna care. I'm just gonna just take a step, and suddenly she zips. She's in the Rebel Aes Sedai camp. She's like, oh shit,
Zip,
I shouldn't be
take a
here,
step.
but she's talking about that. She's thinking about the White Tower itself. She's thinking about the divisions and comparing the division in the White Tower to the one in her own rebel camp.
Right.
She's saying she thinks that allies and enemies alike would lose their awe of the Aes Sedai, and kings very well might start up their own centers for women talented in channeling.
Definitely
They
different.
would lose their monopoly.
Right. Good.
She was like, oh, yeah, that's okay. She steps away, not even thinking. She's in a tinker camp, guys. It says here, quote, Trollocs
Yeah.
cared nothing for the way of the leaf. That's why you guys aren't Trollocs.
Yep.
If you are a Trolloc, then don't like or subscribe. Because you don't care. Anyways. She thinks about her time as just partying with the Tinkers, going to second base with Aram. You know, good times. She then shows up right in front of the White Tower. She's looking up, the big spire. The clouds are crazy turmoil, which kind of happens in Teleran reality anyways. But it says, though the sky bubbled in black turmoil, something cast a shadow from the tower, and it fell directly on Agnes.
On her. Yeah,
Was
I
this
love
a
that.
vision of some sort? The tower dwarfed her, and she felt its weight as if she were holding it up herself, pushing on those walls, keeping them from cracking and rumbling.
This is
Well,
where
that's
she
what her
has
whole
the
mission is.
Say that again?
That's what her whole mission is, to keep
Mhm.
the tower from cracking and crumbling. So it's like a metaphor, or it's like a vision of what she's trying to accomplish.
But she does have the talent for. So I think when she's wondering if it's a vision, she's wondering if it's something that is
Need?
like a prophecy
Yeah, prophecy.
Mm.
or foretelling style. Here is a Taishar quote: "Her backside pounded raw."
I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
that cracked me up sometimes.
She lay down on her back and stretched her legs up into the air.
Yep. Yep.
Damn, Josh.
She does stretching exercises when she wakes up. And then she meditates,
Yep.
and it's just like pretty much saying this imprisonment means something, right? Like her mantra is just like, one more day, we can do it, one more day. Actually, what was her mantra? I'm just saying that. The words repeated in her head help save off the panic. Oh, yeah, this imprisonment meant something. Yeah. Yep, repeating that. I underlined this. Taishar! She heard the strap as one slapped it against her hand in anticipation.
Nice.
Sexy. She got out for her noontime beating. The Reds get to beat her. They got to watch her. They get to beat her. It's a win-win. Well, and they're about to beat her, and a voice says, "Wait, it was Caterin." Caterin's like, "Yeah, Amerlin decided to change her punishment. We're gonna punish the mistress of novices instead for making such a fucked up novice." She's like, "Well, that's rather unfair." So she's like, "Okay." She's like, "You are going to go to your room." She's like, "Okay." So they go, they're on their way to the room, and they run into the brown sister, Seren. Seren's like, hey, I want to talk to you. Reds, fuck off. And the Reds do. She's like, we're taking her to her room. She's like, well, I wish to speak to her as you do.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, what? You're not... She's like, do you defy me, Red? I'm like,
I'm a sitter.
You know my name. Why are you calling me a Red? But it says, you take a risk being seen speaking to me like this. She's like, being seen in your company is a risk rather worth taking these days. I wanted to determine something. It says, most of the members of the Reds are not taking your release well. They see it as a major failing on Elida's part. And, turns out Elida has, is not just punishing Sylvania. She,
It's demoting her.
Fully demoting her. So Sylvania went and spoke to Elida in front of the hall on her behalf and kind of ripped into Elida.
Yeah.
It says Sylvania demanded your release. She seemed to respect you a great deal. It says that she denounced Elida, calling for her to be removed as Amerlin. It was quite extraordinary, end quote. So Elida ordered her to take up a dress as a novice. Sylvania said, fuck off and die. And she's like, all right, you're going to be executed and stilled. And
Making a shark spider, Joe?
I'm drawing Glenn's nightmare.
Cool.
Nice. Was it a shark spider that I missed?
It's on the. My nightmare would involve spiders,
just
sharks,
seeing it
ocean
now.
water, really high. I'm working on it.
What?
It's on the screen.
Sorry.
They're like, yeah, the Reds are crazy right now. We should disband them. Egwin's like, no, we need them
don't
all.
disband
Don't
them.
worry.
We need all of Baja's.
Don't worry.
Even the red.
She's like, well, go to the hall and try to stop this nonsense. I can't do anything here. I got to drink stupid fork root tea. And the Reds are like, so she's like, all right, I'm going to do that. The Reds were like overhearing. She's like, you heard what happened, right? Your Aja's like crazy right now. You should probably go check on what's going on. They're like, but we can't leave you. She's like, what if I pinky promise that I won't embrace the source? They're like, no good. I'm like, all right, just go get me some fork root tea. I don't give a fuck. Just give me some. So they go give her some tea. She takes it. She's like, fine, cool. They're like, fine. They run. She goes into her room and she finds Varen Sedai sitting there. She's like, oh, Varen, fuck. Varen's like, hey, I thought I was going to have to go break into the cell to talk to you. I was just sitting on your bed. She's like, well, trust me, I don't have time for you right now, Varen. I got a White Tower to save. Did you hear
She's
the
like,
crazy
what?
gossip?
What? You wanted to what? Like, I don't have time for this shit. Are you fucking serious? I gotta go.
She's
We
like,
got shit to save. We got whole things to what? Oh, what?
Do you see this bloody
You said my
stupid
dress is what?
Bloody dress. Yeah.
But it's
Yes.
not green.
She's like, I suspect you do. By the way, that dress you're wearing is green. And Egwin's like, what does she know? Of course it's not green. And she's like, wait a minute. My dress isn't green.
You can lie.
She froze, glancing at Varen. That has been a lie. Varen can speak lies. Yes, I thought that might get your attention, Varen said, smiling. You should sit down. We have much to discuss and little time in which to do it.
Cliffhanger.
You know, it's shocking that Varen found her quarters because they keep shifting.
Yeah. Well, they're in
Maybe
the brown. They're in the brown Aja's area, though, right? So
maybe they get like a guide, like a
Are
museum
they?
docent.
Josh, how did you know they were in the brown Aja's area?
The accepted
Wait.
quarters got moved with the browns and the
You can
browns.
tell with the color of the tiles.
Color of the tiles. Thank you.
Okay, so I have a quick question.
Thank you.
Did
nerds. Thank you so
Did
much.
Varen arrive in her chambers? I mean, obviously, after she met with Matt, did she take him to Camelin and then go visit Egwene?
Presumably, yeah. She said something about having to make a gateway herself shortly. So
Yeah. I just don't know how much time has passed.
it's pretty cool.
That's
We never
difficult. in
do,
this
right?
section of books. Yeah.
Her being
But
a dark.
Egwene did say that she was tortured for a few days. I don't know.
Even currently in the books, I feel like, I mean, you guys are currently reading it, so you might have a better say on this. But like, even now, past Robert Jordan, they're like, Sanderson is trying to write the timeline to where everyone's on the same timeline. So I don't know. Like, maybe is that happening before or after? Is something I don't remember. I'm just, Dan, maybe you can help. But sometimes it's like the author's trying to catch certain characters up to a point or whatever.
I feel like last show we did have a thing where like we weren't sure if it was in sequential order.
Oh, okay. All right.
This whole book so far has taken place over a long Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
But is this on Sunday or Friday? We don't
No, this starts at the beginning of the moment of the beginning of the weekend, I think, and then goes through the whole. Yeah, like if you're really looking at everything, like because Egwene had a few days of torture, and she was like, "Well, that's all I've had so far." I forget what she says, but anyone? Bueller?
I'm sorry, you're referring to
how long it's been? How long she was in the
am I not saying it out loud? Yes. I was referring to how long it's been. I was just adding on to Josh and Carrie's thing.
Yeah, it said
Yeah, I thought, but
yeah, it's not been that long because she compares it to Rand, and she's like Rand did much worse, and he doesn't have
you
tell
know
right now.
what?
I don't know how long
If
though.
Josh or Joe, if one of those don't get what I'm saying, then I just don't know what I'm saying anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
it seems like there's only one of the two that's going to understand my chaos. Hey, Lord of Chaos. What? Never mind.
So
I'm sorry.
Varen's back in the picture, guys.
All right.
I love Varen. We love Varen.
So what are we reading next week?
Next week we're
next
not
show.
reading for next week or the week after. I
Yeah, but
suggest
next
you just
show.
hold off and wait. It's going to be 3 weeks and only 4 chapters. 39 through 42 and 65 pages.
42.
Whoa.
Take some time off, enjoy Christmas, and just relax.
Chris
you know?
McQuan's
Christmas
Huh?
Kwanzaa. Christmas Kwanzaa.
Chris McQuan's.
Chris McConaughey.
Is there a in there?
You're right. I think Kwanzaa works better in the middle. Christmas
It
Kwanzaa.
might be like Chris
McQuan's.
How about Quistis? Instead of a CH,
Well, thanks,
just
Dan,
do
for
a
leading us
KW.
through.
Josh can't
Oh
hear
my
you.
god.
But we love
There's
you.
going to
Though.
be some big stuff happening in these chapters.
Yes, we and I think we only have three more discussions left before this book ends.
No, look. Cool.
Before we get to the new book, yeah. So we're
The
doing
book.
great.
The book.
Grace,
Honestly,
great
love
job, guys. 2024 has been awesome. I'm so
I
glad
love
that.
Bone Alone. Bone Alone.
Yeah.
Bone Alone.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Everyone have a good holiday. Everyone stay in touch. I mean, keep in touch. For real. I wanna
Stay
know
on
how you
Discord because
Merry Christmas
we
and a
don't
Happy
want
New
to
Year,
touch
everybody.
your Discord. Okay. Bye.
All right, y'all. Until next time, run for your
Honka,
lives.
honka.
This is